Welcome everyone, this is Pineleaf and today we're starting a new Minecraft series for 1.20 where we will be building the Museum of Pinetopia, and somehow I spawned a rather nasty spot. Yeah, this is my opening spawn here, and oh, this is pathetic. This is not going to be good. Alright, let's see if I have to... alright, this is going to get me up to a good place. Alright, well, I must admit that's a rather strange spot in which to start out. So, this is called the Museum of Pinetopia, which means that, as the title implies, that I will be building a museum during the course of this series, and I'm going to have this museum consist of things that I get all throughout the world here. Obviously, since this is 1.20, I will be getting things like pottery, and so the things that you get from archaeology, of course, are going to be a feature of this, which is naturally what inspired the theme for this series. But on top of that, I will be having all sorts of other things that are related to museums that will go into them even if they are from earlier updates. For example, I'll have a section on fossils. I will have, of course, armor trims. I will have pottery. I'll have paintings, which paintings go pretty far back, at least as far back as I know of anything in Minecraft. So whenever they added that, that would have predated my time in playing the game. So I have a feeling I have no trouble finding stone here in order to get my initial stone tools. So let me just do our initial finding here. I see some dirt blocks. Okay, we'll just start by doing this. Overall doing this. I had to find a good place for it. I was hoping to have it around where spawn is, but it looks like that there is this huge cave down where the spawn location is, so maybe that won't be a particularly good idea. I'll see if I can find a nice, wonderful place for that. But right now, before I get too far from there, I do want to get my first little axe. And let's see, okay, we do not first axe, we want our first pickaxe, because we certainly are going to have plenty of cobble in the area in which we could get our initial cobblestone so that we could make better tools. Yeah, this should be... ah, yeah, perfect. There we go. So let's do a little bit of digging away and get our first stone tools. And we'll need plenty of diorite, since I like to use that for floors. Now I'll probably actually have a variety of stone types for the floors, have some sort of decoration on it, since we were talking about a museum floor and all. We do want it to be a little bit fancy, but we'll have to do everything in steps. Right now though, we've got hoping that will be enough for the moment, for initial tools at least. Then we could work on getting something better afterwards. Alright, so let's go to pop that down here, go over here. We want an axe. We want a pickaxe. We want a shovel. We want a hoe. And we have exactly one piece left over. So no sword, but I often use an axe for battle in any case, so that shouldn't be too much of a hindrance for now. can be a hindrance is my inability to get the axe into the proper slot. Now, I guess it's time to investigate the area. We'll need some, oh, I'm about to say some sheep. Let's see, there's a white sheep. Two white sheep. Now this one is gray. Oh, there's a third white sheep over there. We want sheep of the same color so that we can make a bed. I know there's always the possibility of dyeing the wool, and I think that's one of the changes for 1.20. Because I know that there's some things that you could dye now that you couldn't dye before. I mean, I think wool is one of them where you could dye white wool to other colors, but you couldn't dye others. But now that has changed with 1.20. Of course, that could be I know beds fell under that. I can't remember if wool also fell under that particular category. Okay, so now I have a bed, so that'll help me in order to. All right, here we go. Now, first thing I want to do is I want to find 0, 0 and get an idea what that is like, because that's my original thought was maybe somewhere around 0, 0. Use that as the central point for my museum, but it looks like that's way on top of a hill. So if I want to do that, we're going to need a little bit of terraforming. Okay, maybe a great deal of terraforming. All right, here we are, right around here. Let's drop a piece of diorite. Right here. There you go. And that little piece of diorite is the 0, 0 point. Actually, this might be a good place for a museum. And obviously, I'll have to clear out trees and all that stuff and level things out a bit. Maybe I could take advantage of the terrain in order to use that for effect or something like that. Now, looks like though we do have a bee nest in the area. Where's this bee nest? Well, we're gonna have to find that, and well, let's not get too distracted by it, because this is where we are going to be building our museum up along this hill along the way, and it's going to include it's going to include as a fossil area in the middle, because you have fossils at museums. Now, most likely I'm not going to find fossils underground or anything like that, so I'm either A, I'm going to collect them at the nether, or B, I'm going to have to take bone meal, put together, and create my own fossils, so to speak. Okay, there's the bee nest way down there. That should be fine. And so this is going down into this area over here. Actually, maybe collecting a little bit more of this. What I really need is some coal, because without coal I am going to have some trouble. There you go. Let's just replace that. Without coal I'm going to have some trouble making torches and the like, and torches are going to be a rather useful item to have. Like to keep that from becoming too dangerous, because that looks like it's going to turn into a very dangerous spot very quickly. So this, of course, is the initial scouting, trying to get used to the world, seeing what we have here. Oh, that honey is already ready. Well, my first egg. Okay. Right now, though, let's find out what we all got in the air. This is snow. Are we in a meadow of some sort or what? Let's see what we've got over here. We are at, what's our biome? No, we're in a flower forest. Of course, because look at all these flowers here. Of course it's a flower forest. There's a village down over here. Oh, if I had spotted that earlier, I could have skipped killing lots of sheep. How's the sun going? Obviously it's getting darker. So I may have to go to sleep here. But just in case, I'll see if I can get to the village and okay, actually, I don't think I want to steal the bed right now, so let's do that. And go around here. Now, where are we? Other than, of course, in a village. I guess we can find out what we've got in this. Obviously, we have a farmer there. I see a church, so that implies that we're going to have a cleric somewhere, maybe. So, I think that's our cleric right over there. Apples and potatoes. Alright, I can talk to them about... What do you have? Ooh, let's see. You want zombie flesh and you want emeralds. So that's going to be tough for me to do at the moment, of course. I'll need to kill some zombies first. Now, I presume that's his church. Up here? Yeah, nothing useful around here. I can't remember which buildings have useful things and which ones don't. Lots of hay. Alright. We got plenty of things around here to think. Oh, a library. Does that mean we're going to have a librarian around here somewhere? Any young one? Actually, isn't this the place I was in before? Yeah, that's the... that might be a different one because I don't remember the samplings before. Oh, there's a librarian. Hello. Well, paper trade. Oh, that's good. And a bookshelf trade. Not a book trade. Well, we have to push him up because he's got a paper trade and that would be nice to have. Alright, so I have to obviously work on that. There's a skittish cat around here. So, not much in here. Well, I think the village become more important in the long term. I just wanted to get a feel for what we've got in the area. Ooh. Smithing table. That could be useful if... Oops. Right. If I ever get around to templates. And of course, finding trims, I should say. Trims and the like is one of the things that I'll be going around doing here. So today is just the initial exploration, trying to get a feel for what's in the area. Then we can worry about the more serious things and start measuring out the land and all that. Alright, there's some sheep here so that I could, when I get some iron, I could do some shearing and the like, so I could get wool without butchering a lot of sheep. But I guess, oh, was there a smithy around here? Well, it doesn't matter because there isn't any coal. Oh, I know, of course. You know the old standby when you don't have coal. I actually gain enough. I have 9 cobblestone. Well, that kills the chance of making a sword again because I'm going to be using these 9 cobblestone for a furnace. I forgot all about making a furnace. I mean, that's one of the most important things you can make at the beginning. So we can do that. Plop that over here. we could let that cook for a moment. We've got diligently working farmers. Make sure if there's anything here that needs doing around here. Actually, not much at the moment. It's not like they have any emergency things that needs to be done or anything like that. Sometimes you come to a village and there's this big gaping hole in the middle or something nasty of the sort. Let's see. How about... Alright, I think that if I do this and plop in some birch logs, I should be able to get 3 birch logs on top of what we get for the... Yeah, actually, we'll make it a nice even 4 on there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll get these in here as quickly as possible, and it might cost me only 1 stick if I do that right. Waiting. Anyway, I have plenty of food, alright. That's good to have food at the beginning. Oops. No, we want that all. Alright, fine. You could go ahead, make some charcoal, and... Did I check this house yet? Probably. Yeah, I think I checked all this. Oh yeah, I probably checked that one at least 2 times. So not much on here. Just getting started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just return to our location. I just wanted... Alright, let's find out there. Okay. Good, we got that, we got that. So now we have torches so that I can go to some place that's dark without instantly getting killed. Well, I might get instantly gotten killed anyway, but that's an entirely different matter. Now, let's see. Let's go all through there. Good. And that means that I can go to a nice dark place. I mean, into a cave, find some coal. There we go. Now, so now here's this mountain here. Now you gotta be careful with the mountain because this looks like it could be really, really nasty. Now, some of the things I want to look for around here is maybe we could get a cherry grove because it'd be nice to have some cherry wood. Okay, because I was talking about what we're going to be putting inside the museum. Okay, we got the fossils, of course. We've got the armor trims. We've got the pottery sherds. We've got the paintings. We've got the... What else can you put into a museum? There's going to be a zoo, a little zoo, of course, so where we can have various animals in there. And on top of the zoo, we are also going to have a botanical garden. Now, the botanical garden I'm imagining is being surrounding the main building. So it will be an outdoor botanical garden because, well, botanical gardens, I certainly don't want to have one just lingering in a greenhouse or anything like that. Now, let's see, what's that up there? No, that's not cherry wood. Is that savanna? Yeah, it looks like a savanna because all the trees are sideways, but they are green instead of pink, which tells me that's a savanna. And plus, everything looks dry over there. Alright, so those are acacia trees. Oh, yeah, we're in the savanna already. Actually, I might as well grab some acacia wood while we're here. Maybe this time I could collect some saplings so I could have some saplings in the... Right. So I have seen oak wood. I have seen birch wood. Oh, I've got a hoe. I can bring these down quickly, right? So, bring it down. There we go. Alright, that's good. So we've gone in that direction. Now we are going... Okay, I'm going east now. So I explored a little bit to the west. How about a little bit to the east? I want to get a little bit of a lay of the land that we've got here. I also need to pay attention to the flowers. Of course, the flowers... Oh, yeah, that's right. We've got this flower forest here, so... Finding flowers for the botanical garden should be absolutely no problem whatsoever. So I think we'll have a nice sampling of that. So we've got the gardens, we've got the zoo, we've got paintings, we've got pottery, we've got armor with the trims on them. We got fossils. Those are all the things I could think of, but I might think of other things that you might have within the area. That'll all be done over the course of the series of finding various things. I hope I don't come up with something right after I've made the building in its final size or anything like that. It's going to take a time to build a museum. So I think it'll take time. And the biggest challenge I could think of is making sure I build it on the right scale, because I've been known to occasionally build things. Oh yeah, okay, that's the village. A little bit smaller than I intended. So that's something that I'm hoping to... Now, I don't want, of course, make it so large that it's impossible for me to build it. So it's trying to find that right... Yeah, I must be getting to the right location because we got the bees again. Oh, I somehow... Okay, I'm on the right X coordinate, but not on the right Z coordinate. Okay. Somehow I managed to... I think I just passed right by where I was intending to go. Last part, I said I wanted to... Right now, I am heading north, but I wanted to go east this time, right? So, let us... Oh yeah, this is one of those caves that I was worried about earlier. Let's just make it a slightly less worrisome place. Ah, coal. Alright. Okay. Make sure this... Alright, well this should be, I hope, reasonably lit up, and that the mobs will, I hope, have some difficulty getting up there if any do spawn in that area. Because I want this gold. And I also want the copper. The copper I'm going to be needing because that's the key component to... Oh. Chickens. I will need a feather from the chickens. I completely forgot about that. Yes, okay. Look for a chicken. So get a brush as quickly as possible. So that when the time comes, we can do it. Now, I just will need some copper. There we go. And let's get this as much as we can. Alright, good. Okay, plenty of copper, and right now I'll probably have some highlights in the museum that will require copper as part of the building component, but that's something to worry about later. Right now, let's start with the stone structure, get the outline, and all of that. The first thing I want to do with copper, though, will be to make a brush. So now that I have coal, and that I have some copper, I could start on putting that into the furnace. Now let's see, we want this right over here. Okay, good. copper. I'd say 2 would be fine for that. Good. Now, chickens. Let me get some seeds out just in case I find 2 chickens. That way, if somebody has to give up their life to become feathers, maybe I can at least help to repopulate. But no, I don't see the chickens anywhere. Well, I guess they heard what my plan was and decided to run away. It's unfortunate that chickens don't just shed feathers every once in a while. That could be useful. Alright, so your brush is now in the recipe book. Okay, because I think that's just a stick, feather, and piece of copper in there. But I might as well double check on that. Brush. Okay, a brush is a feather, copper ingot, and a stick. Alright, that sounds like a simple enough recipe. So we will worry about that. Oh yes, see, dyes. What kind of... Do we have any cornflowers around here? No, I don't see any cornflowers around here. See, I want a cornflower and... Oh, I need cactus for the other component anyway. Well, there might be a desert nearby. If we've got a savanna nearby, there could be a nearby savanna. Maybe doing 16 of them was not a good idea. Maybe I should have done only 8. Well, we have to worry about that some other time. Ooh. Okay. A nice source of gravel is here. Alright. Yeah. I'll go a little further as soon as I collect my furnace back. And where is this? Okay, here we go. Now, thank you very much. There we go. Now let's head off east, see if we can find anything useful in the matter of, who knows, maybe I could find an archaeological site. That would be nice. Most of all, I'm looking for cherry wood, because it would be nice to be able to do something with cherry wood, since that is the new kid on the block from the point of view of woods. But I really should get a little bit more stone, since we did use up the bulk of it last time. And I am going to need to find some iron at some point. Now I think we're a bit, see, we're at 74. I forgot at what level you start to see iron again, because I know there's this area right around sea level where you can't find any iron, so you see it either high in the mountains or you find it underground, is where you tend to find iron. And about level where I'm at right now, I think is right where you're never going to find any. Oopsie daisy. So let's just grab a little bit of this. It's a little bit of iron would be nice so I can get a shield. A shield is always a nice thing to have, and oh yes, the sun is starting to go down. Well, I am going to want to get all this coal. Well, okay, maybe not all of it, but enough of it so that I can make sure I don't run out of light anytime soon. As in the current episode, right? Yeah, you know how quickly I could run through coal if I have a great demand for the stuff. Alright, there we go. That should take care of that. Now, let's head on back this way. See what else we've got. We've got a nice little lake here. Or is that a river? Well, one or the other. Guess we can check to see what type of fish are down here. Well, it's salmon, so that indicates it's probably a river. So we're into that. Alright, good. Up around here. Up through the area. And the sun is setting on the third day, and I haven't... Oh yeah, that's that snowy mountain that we saw before, that we visited earlier. Alright, that gives us a basic idea of what's in the area. We'll make a fuller exploration out in the future when we have time. But I think that's where we are going to wrap up our basic Let's Get to Know the Landscape episode. And next time, we are going to start to plan out where we're going to exactly put the museum when we return to the Museum of Pinetopia.